Yes, and we are finally live. Yes, we're live on Let's Think Podcast. First, allow me to remind you to go shop with the Fez dealer. Please shop with the Fez dealer. Get your urban Islamic Sufi experience, custom fezes, custom apparel, thobes, kameez, zikr beads, any type of Islamic urban merch that you could possibly uh, decide you want to please shop with a Fez dealer. You can find Fez dealer on Instagram at Fez dealer. That's FEZDEALER. Fez dealer, all one words. Go check my brother out on Instagram. Um, Allow me to rise, giving all thanks and perfect praises unto Allah, highest honors to His holy prophet. Honors to the forerunner Marcus Messiah Garvey. Honors to the Moore Science Temple of America. Honors to my leadership, Brother L. Porticell, the Grand Sheik Asar Porticell. Honors to the staff. Honors to the administration. Honors to all leadership, past, present, and future. And honors to all participating in the comprehensive program of uplifting fallen humanity. Islam,
Islam.
Islam, Islam. And yes, we're here on Let's Think Podcast. Another one I want to tell the chat. I give you my apologies for us being this late. This one is on me, completely on me. I dozed off, and you know how that go. You doze off and you wake up late. But nonetheless, my brother was on my neck. You know,
Because my wife was on my neck, Mo.
and my wife was on my neck, so she was like, "What you gonna do?" You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So then here I am. My brother told me, "Rise, Lazarus. Let's teach the people." So we in the building today. I don't know if my co-host will be in, being that I'm an hour late. He don't play like that. So, so I don't know if he'll be in, if he will or he won't. But either way, the show will carry on. And we got my brother Sheik Asar. He does have another presentation that he'll be doing at a later date that was already uploaded to the channel and on the upcoming list. But however, he's here to talk about this. So without further ado, we're gonna let our brother, get right into his measure. But first, before we do that, brother, how you doing today?
Islam. I'm blessed. All praise due to Allah and us, the Prophet Noble Ali. I'm blessed.
Praise be to Allah. Praise be to Allah. It's always blessed to be blessed, huh?
Islam. Absolutely. I thank you for asking too, Sheik. I appreciate
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. When man honors man, he honors his father God, Allah, Islam.
it. Islam.
Um, yeah, so today's topic, as y'all can see on the thumbnail, Prophet Noble Jew Ali, the man, the myth, the mystery. Now, just to let ones know, I do have a book coming out that's very similar to this title and very relevant to this title because I have a book coming out called Jesus, the man, the myth, the mystery. So I know tonight I'm gonna have some jewels for my book off of this demonstration.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And I'm excited to have the brother back on. But without further ado, we're not gonna hold that brother up because I know he's on fire with love and holy zeal. And we want that more to demonstrate them life saving teachings, Islam.
Islam.
Let's go, brother.
Before we even begin the presentation, it's only right that I give respect and honor and praises where it's due the most. I would like to rise, giving all praise to Allah, the great God of the universe, Almighty, incomprehensible. I would like to also give high honors to His and our illustrious, holy and divine Prophet Noble Ali, Jesus come again, Prophet Muhammad the Third. Yes, I said Prophet Muhammad the Third. Prophet Noble Ali is also Allah in the person thereof. Make no mistake about it. What is the high self? It is Allah and man. It's no other greater prototype or example of Allah coming in the person of anyone else outside of Prophet Noble Ali. No, he was not half white. He was not half black. He was 100% Moorish American and a Muslim. He was not half devil, half God. He's Allah and a person thereof. I would like to give high honors to Marcus Garvey, St. Edward Milliel, all Moorish American Muslim elders and young Muslims. I would like to also give honors to our brother Sheik Asar. This brother is doing the work of Allah and his prophet, Noble Drew Ali. And we all must support this brother. I also would like to honor my wife, my son, and my two beautiful daughters. With that, I say Islam, Islam, Islam.
Islam, 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 Islam. So, brother, I ain't gonna hold you up. Let's get it in. Let's get it in, brother. Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the man, the myth, the mystery. I got one question to help you out.
Islam, talk to me.
Why you call him the man, the myth, the mystery? What's up with that?
Prophet Noble Drew Ali is surely, without a doubt, a contradiction, the man of the hour.
Absolutely.
He's the man of the hour. The mystery. Because when you go to Revelations, it says that the mystery of God will be solved. What is key one? Who made you? Key two. Key one, who made you? Allah. Key two, who is Allah? Allah is the Father of the universe. Key three, can we see him? No. Key four, where's the nearest place we can meet him? In our heart. So he gives us a starting point, a basis, a premises to solving that mystery and unfolding who God is.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Also, the mystery. It's a great mystery surrounding him. That mystery will be solved on Let's Think Podcast. Make no mistake about it. We are them young Moorish vanguards that the prophet prophesied about. So understand, there will be no holding up, no more delay when it comes to our holy and divine prophet, Noble Drew Ali, and bringing forth his true, pure, pristine teachings, uncompromised, all of that. So the mystery will be solved. Islam.
Islam, Islam, Islam.
I would like to come out of the oral statements because first, in order for us to understand who this great man, prophet, Noble Drew Ali is, we got to understand, as he said in chapter 48, the title. When you go to chapter 48 in the Moorish Holy Quran, Circle 7, it is titled, The End of Time and the Fulfilling of the Prophecies. Now, I was taught by a Moorish elder, you know how in the East, Islam in the East, the Quran is read from the back cover to the front.
Yes, sir.
From the right to the left. That's how they read. I was told this. That's how we supposed to read the Moorish Holy Quran, Circle 7. Because it begins with Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Chapter 48 teaches you about the end of time and the fulfilling of the prophecies. And it gives you a synopsis of some story. But when you dig deep inside of it, you can unpeel the layers and understand the lesson. It tells you exactly who Prophet Noble Drew Ali is, who is Marcus Garvey, what is the Moorish Science Temple of America, what is the duty of the Moorish Science Temple of America, and then it connects you back to the link. It connects you. Chapter 48 connects you to Prophet Noble Drew Ali. It connects you to Marcus Mosiah Garvey, the forerunner. It connects you back to the Moorish Science Temple of America, and it connects you to assisting in a great program of uplifting for all of humanity. So, when the title says the end of time and the fulfilling of the prophecies. Now, what is the end of time and the fulfilling of the prophecies? The Nation of Islam says that the reign of the devil, the rule of the devil will be in what year? 1914 AD, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they teach.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me ask you something. When Prophet Noble Drew Ali first began teaching? In the year 1913 AD.
Yeah.
A year after that, the reign of the devil ended. That Elijah Muhammad was talking about was not referring to Master Farad Muhammad, because he didn't come into 1930. Elijah Muhammad was known as Robert Poole Bay. We got the actual physical records. He was an adept in the Moorish Science Temple of America. He knew about Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and he wrote about him. Now, when it says the fulfilling of the prophecies, what is that talking about? Let me direct everybody to the oral statements of the prophet, which is equated to being our hadiths, right? Our sins of the prophet. Pardon. When we go to oral statement number 179, it states this: Brother I. Cook Bay, Grand Governor Emeritus of Illinois, said that the Holy Prophet said, "When I was born, it turned black dark in the daytime. The people put their hoes down and came out of the fields." Do we see this as a prophecy? Because first off, let's address this. This is what's called a phenomenon. There's no way you could effectively study religion, history without studying phenomenology. Right? Let me give y'all a quick example before we go into the prophecies concerning our prophet Noble Drew Ali. So, when Prophet Isa, or rather more Prophet Jesus, as y'all know him, when he was born, a phenomenon occurred. The star of Bethlehem appeared in the eastern sky. That's what it say, right, y'all? Not sidebar. Y'all should know how I teach by now. I love giving sidebars. We discussed last show that name Ham. Mohammed. We discussed the Abraham. Now we got Bethlehem. But I'm going to leave that on those who catch what I just dropped. Now, they say the star Bethlehem appeared in the eastern sky. That was the crescent moon and star. That's the sign of times right there. Right? Now, when Prophet Muhammad was born, his mother stated this, that she saw a great light shine out of the palace of Syria. So when every prophet is born, a phenomenon occurs. Also, they say that the moon broke in half when Prophet Muhammad was born.
Crescent moon and star.
The crescent moon and star. Islam. So, our prophet declared that when he was born, it turned black dark in the daytime. The people put down their hoes and came out of the field. What does this imply to? A solar eclipse. That's the phenomenon that occurred when our holy and divine prophet Noble Drew Ali was born. The phenomenon was a solar eclipse. And if anybody knows anything about a solar eclipse, you know when that moon get in front of the sun, what color do it turn?
Pitch black.
Or sometimes what color?
Demonstrate, Mo.
I'm going to show it to y'all. Look, check out this. Look. Solar eclipse. I'm going to show y'all something. So, look at this image right here. You see it? Black, but it got a red ring around it, right?
Absolutely.
Now,
like an eye.
Islam, Muslim, Islam. Now check out this. Turn. KJV. So, if we go to the book of Acts, I want y'all to go into y'all Bible because we're dealing with the prophecies, the end of time and the fulfilling of the prophecies, right? So I want y'all to go to y'all Bible and look at this. In the book of Acts, I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. I literally just had to give me 1 second, y'all. All right, here we go. Let's go to Joel, chapter 2, verse 31. It says this: the sun should be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and the terrible day of the Lord come. That's also found in the book of Acts, chapter 2, verse 20, in the King James Version. I want y'all to hear this again. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and the terrible day of the Lord come. That is a prophecy concerning our prophet, and the event happened. Mind you, chapter 48 is called the end of time and the fulfilling of the prophecies. All of the prophecies and concerning our prophet has surely come true. I want to give y'all another one before we dig off into this Quran of Mecca. Check out this, y'all. Check out this. Where the carcass is, so shall the Son of Man be. King James Version. Check out this. When we go to the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 28 through 30. Listen to what this is, y'all. For wheresoever the carcass is, there will be eagles gathered together. Now, listen to this. What is the symbol of America? It's a bald eagle, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a bald eagle. Now it says a carcasses. We know that the prophet Noble Drew Ali came to save the so-called Negro, black, colored in Ethiopia. Now, according to science, what does black mean? Black means death.
Absolutely.
Now, if we dealing with a carcasses, right, that implies to a dead thing. And it says right here, for wheresoever the carcass is, there will be the eagles gathered together. Now, they have this symbol. Break this down real quick because we're dealing with the fulfillment of the prophecy. I want to show y'all this. Double-headed eagle symbol. I want y'all to look at this. Now, they got this symbol. This double-headed eagle. How many of y'all seen this symbol?
No, I'm very well aware of it.
Nah. Absolutely. During that battle of Byzantine, 1453, the battle of Byzantine, Islam, Muhammad II, the conqueror, came and he chopped the head off the eagle, right?
Mm-hmm.
He chopped the head off the eagle of the east, but it was still the head of the west.
Mm-hmm.
For wheresoever the carcass is, that's the so-called Negro black color, so shall the eagle, and the symbol of America is a bald eagle, and his head is facing west. It's an old saying. Symbols and signs is for the conscious mind. Now look at this. Because I want y'all to see this. There's so many prophecies concerning the prophet. Now, if we also go into Matthew's chapter 24, verse 27, listen to what it says. For as the lightning comes forth from the east and shines onto the west, so shall the coming of the Son of Man. Now, Islam started in the east. Islam ain't in the east no more. Islam is in the west. Prophet Noble Drew Ali was born here in the west. As the light shining from the east onto the west, so shall the coming of man be. Prophet Noble Drew Ali stated this in chapter 3 of the Circle 7. He had got these lessons from the Muslims of the east, of India, Egypt, and Palestine. He got it from the east, but he brought it to the west. All of these are the fulfilling of the prophecies. Now let's go to Deuteronomy, chapter 18, verse 18. We go to Bible class today, y'all. We go give y'all some stuff to take to Pastor Bacon, Reverend Pork Chop, and Deacon Donuts. I got something for y'all. Listen, you can tell them. You can hand them the collection plate when I give y'all this. So listen to what it says. I will raise them up a prophet from among their own brethren, like unto thee. Now, in Deuteronomy, This is God talking to Moses. But he's talking to Moses, but he's not talking about Moses. Listen to the wording, y'all. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee. Thee is applying to Moses. But he's talking about raising somebody else up that's liking to a Moses. Wasn't Moses in this? First off, let me state this. Moses never, the Hebrews were never enslaved in Egypt. Let's get that out there. Let's just throw that out there first and foremost. The Hebrews of ancient times were not enslaved by the ancient Egyptians. That is false. That is bullcrap. There is no archaeological evidence, no historical archaeological evidence that can prove that. Now, when it talks about Hebrews being enslaved by Egyptians, it's talking about and from the Bible perspective, it's a prophecy talking about future generations to come. Now, what a lot of people don't know is that Moors are Eastern Hebrews. You have two Hebrewic families. You got the Western Hebrews and you got the Eastern Hebrews. Hebrew derives from the root word Ibir or Ivir, and it means he who crossed over. Abraham did not cross over the river alone. Lot did, and Lot was the father of Moab. So, when Abraham and Lot crossed over the river, Abraham took the west, thus he is the father of the Western Hebrews, and Lot took the east, thus he is the father of the Eastern Hebrews. Moabites, who are later known as Moors, are Eastern Hebrews. Now, when it's talking about Egypt, it's talking about the future Egypt. In America, don't we got a city called Memphis?
Mm-hmm. We got little Egypt in Chicago.
And we got an Egypt and a Memphis in the east, right? It wasn't talking about that Egypt and that Memphis. It's talking about us over here. Moses ain't delivering nobody except for them crackers out of the cave. They're the only people that Moses ever delivered. This is historically facts. Now, when it says, I will raise them up a prophet from among their own brethren, likened unto thee, it's talking about a deliverer.
And a lawgiver.
A lawgiver, absolutely, a lawgiver. What did the prophet give us, y'all? What did he give us? For those who don't know, let me show y'all what he gave us. Let me show you what the man of the hour gave us. And to be a Morse leader, and to be a good Morse leader, you must study your Constitution and your Holy Quran that was handed down onto you by our prophet. He handed us the law. He handed us the law. These are our laws right here. The divine constitution and bylaws. The foundation of any nation is its constitution. But we just don't have a constitution. We have a divine constitution and bylaws. We also have general laws. We also have dietary laws. We also have the supreme laws. Our Holy Quran Circle 7 is the law. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali's oral statements is the law. He came in the spirit of the law. So, let's go deeper into this brother, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. So, when we go to Surah 9, Ayat 128 in the Holy Quran of Mecca, because this is the thing, now we got to get on them desert air monkeys, right? They say there is no prophet after Muhammad. We go prove that to be a lie. We go prove that to be a lie, and we go use their own book to whoop on them. Ain't nothing like getting stripped. Listen, you got your pants, you got it buckled on with the belt. Ain't nothing like a brother taking your own belt off you and beating you with it. So that's what we go do today, because we go show and prove that Prophet Noble Drew Ali was and is a true and divine prophet of Allah. We go use the books. So let's go to Surah 9, Ayat 128. Let's see what it say, y'all. And we go break these down. Certainly a messenger has come to you from among yourselves. Grievous to him is your falling into distress. Most solicitous for you to the believers. He is compassionate, merciful. But if they turn away, say, Allah is sufficient for me. There is no God but He. On Him do I rely, and He is the Lord of the mighty throne. Now, all of these books are telling you that a prophet is going to be raised among you. A prophet that look like you, speak the same language as you. I mean, Prophet Muhammad, without a doubt of contradiction, was and is a prophet of Allah. So was Jesus. But Jesus spoke Aramaic. None of us was born speaking Aramaic. Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be unto him as well. He was an Arab. You know, he was of African origin, but he was born in Arabia and he spoke the Arabic language. So if Prophet Muhammad came to you today, would you be able to understand the language? People, no. Let me take y'all here. I want to give y'all these scriptures before we get to digging off into the history of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Surah 14, Ayah 4 states this. And we sent no messenger, but with the language of his people, so that he might explain to them clearly. Then Allah leaves in error whom he pleases, and he guides whom he pleases. And he is the mighty, the wise. So right here in itself, it states that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala don't send a messenger unless that messenger speaks the language of his own people. So now comes to our prophet, Noble Drew Ali, right? This Bible, the Old Testament was written in Hebrew. The New Testament was written in Greek. None of us spoke these languages. We don't speak Greek, Latin, and nor do we speak Hebrew. This book was originally written in Arabic. We don't speak this. Where is our book at, y'all, right? Where is our book for us? Let me show y'all. This is our book, our holy book right here. Now we about to get deep into these lessons, y'all. Now we about to get deep. This is our book. This is the only book in the world that hasn't been tampered with. The Bible is not in its original form. We know that it's 18 years of Jesus' life, works, and teaching missing out of that Bible because it skipped from when he was 12 to when he was 30, when he was 30. So if it skipped from when he's 12 to 30, right? What happened in the years in between? That's a large gap. We need to learn about them 18 years. And guess what? It's found in this holy book right here. And this book was given to us by our holy and divine prophet. Check out this. We got this Bible during the time of our enslavement. We got this Holy Quran during the time of our enslavement. As a North American Muslim, I would never say throw these books away. They are educational tools. But understand that our slave owners, our oppressors, had these books before us. Whenever you read about slaves in the Bible, know it's you, it's me, it's us. Know in this Quran, when you read about the slave laws, it's you, it's me, it's us. Why in both of these books, we are known as the slaves? But in this book, you're known as a ruler. You're known as gods, kings, queens. Most importantly, you're known as a Muslim. Now, you have very, very, very foolish people saying that Prophet Noble Drew Ali stole the lessons out of Onto Thee I Grant and out of the Aquarian Gospel in order to bring forth the Holy Quran Circle 7. Let me tell y'all something. I have this book, Onto Thee I Grant. I have the book. And I actually went to the Rosicrucian Library myself. You see it say Rosicrucian Library. I actually went there myself back in 2020. Me and a few other Muslims. And the head of he's known, his title is the Master Servant. His name is Brother Kenyatta. He got himself a copy and me a copy once I requested it. And in this particular book, it tells you that these lessons weren't created by the Rosicrucians. When you go to his authorship right here, in the preamble, it states this. There is every indication throughout the work, as it appears on the following pages, that it was written by Amenhotep IV, Pharaoh of Egypt, during the
Mm.
years of 1360 to 1350 BC or thereafter, or by some one of his successors in the great school of mysticism, which he founded in Egypt. For all North American Muslims, this will stick out. This will stick out. Because where did our prophet say that he got these lessons from, y'all?
Egypt, India, Palestine.
It's in the book. I didn't write it. It's in the preamble. It's in the preamble. Now, what a lot of people don't understand is our prophet gave it to us like this. When he stated in chapter 3, he got these lessons from the Muslims of Egypt, India, and Palestine. When it's talking about the Muslims of Egypt, it's talking about the brother John G. Jones. For those who don't know who John G. Jones is, I'll show you. He was the head of his particular Masonic lodge. And his lodge was known as the Temple of Palestine. John G. Jones. When y'all get the chance, I want y'all to look at anytime I come on this platform, I'm always showing proof, y'all. This is the brother, John G. Jones. Y'all see him? That's him. John G. Jones. Right under there, it says Temple of Palestine. Now, it says he got these lessons from the Muslims of Egypt. Who was that? Solomon. How you pronounce it? Sheik 7 here. Solomon Muhammad.
Suleiman.
Suleiman. The brother Suleiman Muhammad. He was a high-ranking priest in the ancient Egyptian noble mystic orders of the shrine. You also have Deuce Muhammad Ali. I'm going to give a shout-out to the twins, the Alende brothers, man, the Grand Sheiks, man. I want to give high honors to them for the conversation we had, and we was building on that degree. The brother Sheik 7 myself, and the twins, we was on the phone building on that particular degree. And Deuce Muhammad Ali, who was from Egypt, also built and exchanged information with the prophet. So when we dealing with the Muslims of Egypt, we could see that. Now, who was the Muslims of India? I need all North American Muslims to study the Ahmadiyya movement. The Ahmadiyya movement and its history should be very important to all North American Muslims, because Arab tradition have it like this. There is no prophet but Muhammad. I mean, no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his last prophet. But if you go into the Ahmadiyya movement, another prophet exists after Muhammad. Their founder was considered a prophet. Their founder was considered a prophet. And in the Ahmadiyya and Sufi Islam in particular, right? Only the title Sheikh exists. Sheikh. Only in Sufi Islam can another prophet exist. That's the form of Islam that our prophet gave us. He gave us Sufi Islam, but from a West African perspective. He didn't give us Islam according to the Arab tradition. He did. In fact, when you go inside of our Holy Quran, Circle 7, didn't the Prophet Noble Ali say, think not with Arabia? We ain't thinking with Arabia. Now, check out this. Our Prophet Noble Ali gives it to us like this in chapter 2 of the Moorish Holy Quran, Circle 7. Listen to what he says, y'all. This age will comprehend but little of the works of purity and love. But not a word is lost when the book of Allah's remembrance, a registry is made of every thought and word and deed. And lo, when the world is ready to receive, lo, Allah will send a messenger to open the book and copy from its sacred pages all the messages of purity and love. Now, when you go inside of the book of Revelations and the Bible, also, we want to compare all of this, right? When you go inside of the book of Revelation, it talks about this great angel sitting on the throne. And in his right hand, he had the big book. The big book. When you go to Surah 43 in the Holy Quran of Mecca, it talks about how the Quran itself comes from the mother book.
Kitab.
How you pronounce that again?
Kitab.
Islam. The mother book. Now, in African tradition, as in Sanskrit, in the Sanskrit language, it's known as the Akashic records. However, in African tradition, it's called the Akashic, or the Akashic records. And what it is when you reach a high level of spirituality, you ascend to the higher ether planes. You go into this deep meditative state, and you are able to have access to those records. For those who don't know what the Akashic records is, let's look it up. How many of y'all heard of the Akashic records? This is very important in religion. Akashic records. Listen to this, y'all. The Akashic records are a mystical universal library or database believed to hold the complete vibrational history of every soul, thought, action, and event of the universe. Hold on, don't that sound like chapter 2, y'all? Listen to the wording, y'all. Listen to the wording, man. We cooking with fish grease. Listen to what it says. In chapter 2 of the Circle 7 again, listen to this. This age will comprehend but little of the works of purity and love, but not a word is lost, for in the book of Allah's remembrance, a registry is made of every thought, word, and deed. Listen to this. A universal library or database believed to hold the complete vibrational history of every soul, thought, action, and event in the universe, existing on a non-physical ether akasha, and accessible through deep meditation or spiritual practice to gain insight into past lives. Wait, in the oral statements mode, did the Prophet Noble Drew Ali say, I remember when I was Noah? Y'all still playing with us Moors, huh? Y'all still go keep playing with us like we don't do this? Listen. Or spiritual practice to gain insight into the past lives, present patterns, and potential futures. They are seen as a non-judgmental record, often called the Book of Life, that can help individuals understand their soul's journey and overcome karmic patterns. Now, it also mentions that these records are accessible to the prophets. So when you read about Prophet Muhammad in the cave, and the angel Gabriel appeared to Prophet Muhammad in that cave, and he said, Ikra, Ikra, which means read. Read in the name of your Lord who taught man by the pen, taught man what he knew not. What was he telling him to read, y'all? Because in the cave, first off, Prophet Muhammad ain't going there with no lamp now. He ain't going there with no lamp. What's in the cave, y'all? Darkness. Ain't nothing but darkness in the cave. How can a man read in the dark, y'all? How can a man read in the dark? The angel Gabriel presented to Prophet Muhammad was known as the Akashic records, better known as the Book of Allah's Divine Remembrance. That's the book that he was ordered to read. Read in the name of Allah. So yes, Prophet Noble Drew Ali did receive certain books, lessons, information from John G. Jones, Salman Muhammad, Deuce Muhammad, Imar Karim Abdul Il of Morocco, and he also met with the spirit of Gabriel when he was in the caves of North Carolina. When he went back into nature, when he went into the wilderness of North Carolina, and he went up on them hills and into them caves, he met with the spirit of Gabriel. And he was given the Akashic records. Now, a lot of people may, take this the bad way, but when the prophet was a Mason, that was when he first came in contact with Islam. For all the Moors who say the prophet wasn't a Mason, I'm always pose this question. Where did he get his title noble from? Me and the brothers was on the phone talking about this. Where did he get his title noble from if he wasn't a Mason? When you look at all the people who I mentioned, who he studied with and under, all of them was Masons. Deuce Muhammad Ali was a Mason. John G. Jones was a Mason. Salman Muhammad was a Mason. They were Masons. Marcus Garvey was a Mason. So we just go because we know and acknowledge the historical fact that he was a Mason. Do that take away from his divinity? No, it doesn't. Because when you go inside of the Bible, Jesus was a high priest in the order of Melchizedek. The order implies to a fraternity, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Jesus was part of a fraternity. When Jesus was in that tomb, and it say those angels and white guards came about and removed the stone, y'all really thinking these was some crackers? Because listen, that's what they give it to you. They say the angels is crackers with KFC chicken wings on their back and a bucket of gravy on their head. That's what they tell you angels is. Listen, these angels were men. These were his brothers. These were his brothers coming to save their brother. Prophet Moses, he was initiated into the temple, into the craft of ancient Egypt. Prophet Muhammad, at a young age, he was a member of a esoteric group, a fraternity. But if you pay attention, all of them were widow's sons. Jesus' daddy died when he was in India. Read the Aquarian Gospel, y'all. So doesn't that make Jesus a widow's son? Prophet Muhammad, daddy died. Don't that make him a widow's son? Prophet Noble Drew Ali, father died, then his mother died next. He was a widow's son. So because we acknowledge the historical facts that cannot be disproven, we're wrong. No. Also, when y'all get a chance, Google this letter. It's on Google too. One of the oldest surviving members of the ancient Canaanite temple that was in Newark, New Jersey, that our prophet originally taught out of. A member wrote that he knew Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and they was in the same fraternity. They were Masons and Odd Fellows. It's a whole letter the brother wrote. Prophet Noble Drew Ali was a Mason and Odd Fellow. But again, none of this takes away from the divinity of our holy and divine prophet. None of it does. If you read your oral statements, Prophet Noble Drew Ali stated this: try to have your meetings on the second floor like the Masons. My question is this, y'all. How would he know the meetings is on the second floor if he wasn't in there? Am I right or am I wrong? Am I right or am I wrong?
What's that?
Prophet Noble Drew Ali say try to have your meetings on the second floor like the Masons. How do he know that the meetings is on the second floor if he wasn't in there? Then he also declared I'm going to take the covers off all cigarette organizations. We got to learn to be honest as Muslims. It's nothing wrong with him being a Mason. The man brought us the best book you could ever receive in your life, and that's the Holy Quran Circle 7. The missing 18 years of the life, works, and teachings of Jesus. He also brought us lessons to reflect on. He literally reestablished heaven on earth with this Holy Quran Circle 7. Now, let's go a little deeper, y'all. Let's go a little deeper, right? So, when we look at this cover right here, do any of y'all know the in-depthness of this cover? Because this tells you about the man. This tells you about our prophet. When you study this cover of our 101s, go to Revelations. Go to Revelations, y'all. Let's break this down to a T. It states right here, and I saw another mighty angel come down from heaven, clothed with a cloud, and a rainbow was up on his head. Who is the mighty angel is talking about? When you read chapter 40, it said, what is our prophet to us? He is an angel of Allah, sent to bring us the everlasting gospel of Allah. So chapter 10 is literally talking about our prophet. It says, a rainbow was up on his head, and his face were as it were the sun. So this right here discontinued a false idea that is European angels, because it said his face were as it were the sun, meaning he was sun-kissed. See, now, if it was talking about a European angel, it would have said in his face were as if it were sunscreen. But it don't say sunscreen, y'all. It say his face were as it were the sun, and his feet as pillars of fire. And he had in his hand a little book open. Is this a little book, y'all, the Holy Quran? A Mecca? No. I mean, this looks little, but it's a lot of pages in here. What is the little book is talking about, y'all? This is the little book is talking about, y'all. And he had in his hand a little book open. Look at this. And he set his right foot up on the sea and his left foot up on the earth. When we look at this cover of the 101s, you see Prophet Noble Drew Ali foot, right foot on the sea, his left foot up on the earth. And the sea represents the cares of the world. And the earth represents salvation. He's carrying a woman out of the cares of the world. But if you look on her belly, you see the word humanity written. Why? Because the fate of humanity rested solely in the womb of the Asiatic woman. This is why the prophet said have a deeper appreciation for womanhood, y'all. Because the fate of humanity lies in that woman. So look at this right here, y'all. It says this. And he cried with a loud voice as when a lion roared. And when he had cried, 7 thunders uttered their voices. So all that, the prophet was soft-spoken. No, he wasn't. Boy, do you know when a prophet, a messenger of Allah speak, it sound like a lion roaring? But that symbolizes something, right? Because when a lion roars, it commands respect. So y'all don't think when a prophet spoke, he commanded respect? Listen to me. This man had well over 100,000 members. From the year 1925 to 1929, he had over 100,000 members. He was so powerful that J. Edgar Hoover wrote in his memoir. And a lot of people like to falsely attribute this to our younger brothers and sisters of the Black Panther Party during that hour. Fred Hampton and all of them. They like to, where J. Edgar Hoover said this, I should not allow the rise of another Black Messiah. Do y'all even know why J. Edgar Hoover was originally even hired by the FBI? Do y'all research. He was hired to take down a prophet. That's why J. Edgar Hoover was even hired to that position in the FBI, y'all. And he ended up getting honors after he attacked the prophet. I won't even say took down because he didn't. This movement is still going. 100+ years later, we still going. See, he ain't take down nothing. But after the death of the prophet, he raised up J. Edgar Hoover. But he was hired to take down our prophet. Now, let's go to Revelation chapter 3, verse 12. Listen to what it says, y'all. And mind y'all, we in the book of Revelations. The prefix for the word revelations is reveal. And when you look up the definition of revelation, it is prophecies concerning times that are to come. This is why the prophet mentioned in chapter 48, as I keep reiterating since the beginning, chapter 48, the title is called The End of Time and the Fulfillings of the Prophecy. These are all prophecies concerning a prophet. Listen to this, y'all. Him that overcome will I make a pillar in the temple of my God. Did it say church? No. Did it say mosque? No. Did it say synagogue? No. It say in the temple of my God. And it's written in red. This is Jesus talking. And he should go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my God. We got to break this down. I will write upon him the name of my God. So if Jesus said I will write upon him the name of my God, then God isn't the name for God. It's a title. Even when you go inside of the Holy Quran of Mecca, and you are constantly met with the words Bismillah il-Rahman il-Rahim, which means in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. In the name of Allah, Allah just means the God when it's translated from Arabic to English. What is the name of God that Jesus is talking about here? What is the name of God that the Holy Quran is refusing to give you? Because keep in mind, even in the Holy Quran of Mecca, it states this: to Allah belongs the most beautifulest names. But mind you, Allah is not the name of God. It's a title, an Arabic title. Now listen to this. And he should go out no more. And I will write upon the name of my God in the name of the city of my God, which is New Jerusalem. Now, it's still a Jerusalem over there in the east. It's still a Jerusalem over there in the east. So where is New Jerusalem? It's literally Newark, New Jersey, y'all. Look at the words. Newark. Break it down. The prefix is new. Isn't America known as the New World, y'all? They call America the New World. Why is it considered the New World? We got Mexico in South America. That's ancient. But we got New Mexico here in America. We got Memphis over there in the east, but we got Memphis over here. We got Morocco in the east, but we got Morocco over here. We got York over there in the east, but we got New York over here. It's new. So when it's talking about New Jerusalem, it's talking about New Ark. Noah built the ark. Our prophets say, I remember when I was Noah. I remember when I was Noah. And Noah built the ark to save and deliver his people from the great flood, which came upon this earth. Jersey. Jersey is symbolic to Jerusalem. Let me break it down. Jerusalem, when you look it up, the prefix for Jerusalem is Jeru, meaning high place, high city. Salam, meaning peace. So it's the high city, the high place of peace. What city was Islam first established legally and lawfully in America? Newark, New Jersey. That's why our prophet began to first preaching the gospel of Islamism. This is how we break it down. We break down the prefixes and the suffix of a word, and we break it all the way down to a T. So when one asks, how does that relate to the prophet? That's how you use it. Now listen to this. which come down out of heaven from my God, and I will write up on him my new name. So Jesus is telling you when he come back, he go come back with a new name. Now, our prophet Noble Ali teaches us that he is Jesus come again. And when you look on the cover of the one-on-ones, you see Jesus' new name written on him. Right here. And the name Jesus means justice. What does the name Jesus mean? Jesus means justice. Justice refers to an administrator of the law. Our prophet, most certainly, without a doubt or contradiction, was the administrator of Allah's law here on earth. Like I stated, he brought us the divine constitution of bylaws. He brought us the law. And he told us, Muslims, he said, when you fail to hear my voice, you are lost. All Moors must obey my laws. And he administered that. And he told us that we are to imitate the prophet. This is why whenever you become an adept, you get the amulet. You get the one with the circle 7. And when you flip it over, it got the scimitar on there with justice. It got love, true, peace, free, and then it got justice written on the sword. Because the wearer imitates the prophet. That's the duty of an adept, and really all members is to imitate the prophet. So when you wear that emblem with that sword, that scimitar of justice, it represents you being a minister of law, of justice. So, like I say, when we deal with our prophet, we know this man is a prophet of Allah. Without a doubt or contradiction. We proved it using the Bible. We proved it using the Quran. We proved it. Our prophet, without a doubt or contradiction, is a prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I apologize, y'all. You know my brother, he just got out of sleep. So I told the brother, I gave him my word, right? I said I was going to cut my lesson in half.
Nah, keep going, man. You got a little bit more time.
I told him, I say, Bo, I'm going to cut my lesson in half.
Hey, yo.
Listen,
yeah.
You know, we never want to hold nobody up. My schedule has become a lot flexible. So we got plenty shows to come. I do want our brother to get his rest. Because we going to do more shows this week. We are.
Yes, sir.
But I like to stand firm to my commitments. Any commitments that I've made, I committed myself to doing this show tonight. And so that's why I told Lazarus to arise so we could get it going. So I had to get him up. We got to stay committed to our people. You know, the brother Sheik 7L pushes me all the time to be the best Muslim I can be. He always pushes me. And in turn, I want from my brother what I want for myself. So if I want to be the best version of myself, which is a Muslim, I'm going to push him. We're going to push each other. You know? So, do any of y'all have any questions in the chat? I'm actually about to visit the chat. Do any of y'all got any questions in the chat? We don't leave no stones unturned. No stones unturned. We answer any and all questions, family.
Yes, sir. See what we got here.
Let me see. Let me see if we got any questions. Do we have any questions, family, in the chat? If we have any questions, please post your questions. I'm looking at the chat now.
I don't see no questions in there.
Yes, Noble Ali called himself a prophet.
He absolutely did.
Yeah, when you go to page 3 of the circle 7, he says, "I'm a prophet, and the servant is worthy of his hire." The true definition of the black fez. What I could do for you, brother, is this. We go do a whole show breaking down the fez. How about that? We'll do a whole show just dedicated to the feds. The feds, I don't like to give half backside lessons, right? I don't. So what I'll do is I'll come up with a non-ADAP version for the feds. And because when we break down the lesson, I have a whole booklet breaking down the feds. When we break that down, it's a lot of historical references that come along with that. It's gonna break down the difference between the feds, a taboos, and a kufu. It's gonna break down the difference between those three, right? And that's gonna be a show in itself. So we'll make that one of our upcoming shows. Another question was Mohammedan charm. We gonna break that down. So we is. Quran says those who write the book with their own hand and say this is from Allah's curse. I saw a book named Quran by Noble Drew Ali. Was that a real book? So Prophet Noble Drew Ali did not write the Quran, did not write the Holy Quran Circle 7. Right? He did not write that. If you were here for the beginning of the show, I pulled out a cross-reference from Onto the I Grant. And this is where they say that our prophet plagiarized the lessons to come up with the Circle 7 Quran. But when you read the preamble, as I did, of this book, they even tell you that they got these lessons from this book from Egypt. Well, our prophet say he got the lessons from. Our prophet didn't write the Circle 7. And then also
he divinely prepared it.
He divinely prepared it. Also look up the Akashic records. Where can you find Morse literature? Honestly, at your local Morse Science Temple.
I can place a website in the chat for those who would like to purchase Moorish material, reading material. I'm gonna post the Moorish Warehouse link. You can get fezzes, Moorish literature, thobes, etc. Whatever you desire, and whatever it is on there that you can't find, you can always return to the channel, and I can place you in line with whomever you need to get to receive what you need.
I'm gonna have to hit up that Morse stuff.
Yes, yes, sir, yes, sir. And honor to my grand Sheik Portisel for his work in facilitating this store, because it's definitely a lot, very instrumental and very important, to getting more of the material. Yes, sir.
Mustafa Abdul Abin asked this question. He said, what year did Noble Drew Ali claim this prophethood? In the year 1924. In the year 1924 is when he received this prophethood, and in the year 1925 is when he declared his prophethood.
Yes, he declared it when he told the Moors that about the crescent moon and star hanging in the night sky.
Yep. And that's actually in the newspaper. I actually got the newspaper.
Absolutely, I have a copy of the article.
Yes, sir. We got any more questions, y'all? Any more?
Yeah, we do have one. I think we missed it. It says, this is from the Adep Moore 7. Islam Sheik Asar, do you have any insight to the prophet revealed in the Circle 7 during the month of October, making that a month to fast because of that?
That's a good question. May I speak freely but respectfully, Sheik 7M?
Please do. Please, respectfully, Mo.
You know I respect you, so that's why I asked. Rael established the month of October as Ramadan. Um, let me shut that something to establish credibility. Y'all see this?
Mm-hmm.
This is what's called a personal warrant of authority. This was given to me by Rashadi. Y'all see this? This is when I was made an imam by Rashadi. I was the head of the Brothers Divine Ministry, and I also assisted with reestablishing the online school that he has. I have a lot of historical documents, and I'm gonna state this: I personally have not seen any, and I put emphasis on any evidence that our prophet did or didn't reveal the Most Holy Quran Circle 7 in October. I know it was revealed in the year 1927, but far as concrete evidence, facts, I haven't seen it. And I have documents that even the brother, even Rael, either forgot that he issued out or that he was unaware of, that I had to make copies and send to him myself. I've never, ever seen any historical evidence that the prophet revealed in October. What I can say is this. Am I against us having our own month of fasting? No, I'm not. I'm not against it being against October. I'm not against it being in October either. I'm not against it because honestly, when you read the Holy Quran, and I hope I answered your question, Brother Adat. When you look at the Muslims and their Quran, it says that the month of Ramadan was the month that the Quran was revealed, but their months keep changing, right? Stuff will lie. But our prophet told us the truth don't change or pass away. So we're supposed to have a definite month in which our Quran Circle 7 was revealed to us, our Holy Quran. I'm not against it being October. Yet, again, to re-answer that question, I have never, ever, ever in life ever seen that in any of our prophet writings. Never.
Well, however, allow me to say, not necessarily in defense of the brother, because the brother needs no defense because he's very well known for defending himself.
Islam.
Um, he has the right to establish that if he chooses so.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
know, because he has a right to establish his own traditions and customs as long as they align with the laws of the Grand Major Temple. So, with that being said, whether it was or whether it wasn't, he's in position to establish that particular tradition or custom within his temple. So, I'd like to say that.
Yeah, and still to this day, I still fast in October because I would agree with Rael that October should be designated as our month. I mean, rather if we found the proof that the Holy Quran Circle 7 was revealed to us in October or not, the prophet did do great things in the month of October. We had our very first convention in October in the year 1928, right? That's grounds enough for Ramadan. You get what I'm saying? So I'm
Absolutely.
not against I'm not against I'm not against October being our month of Ramadan. Like I said, I still fast in October myself.
Absolutely. It says, was J. Rogers referring to our prophet Noble Drew Ali in the books he wrote? I think he was. A porter or trains, etc. What you say? From my studies, It is said that our Prophet Noble Drew Ali was a porter. That he worked as a porter. Yes.
Islam.
Yeah.
Islam.
Do you find any contradiction in the Circle Seven? Absolutely not.
I want to say something. When I first joined the Morristown Temple of America, 1928. When I first joined them, it was a brother by the name of Imam Malik Sadiel. He's not a sheikh now, in the Michigan prisons. When I first met that brother, I remember telling him, I say, the only way that I could join y'all is if you answer every single question I got. That brother answered every single question I had. And he had a stack of information like this, yo. I bull crap you not, this large. And he brought it to my cell. He was like, here, I joined this. And the reason I said that is because I was looking for the contradictions. If y'all haven't noticed, one thing about Sheik Asar is this: I am a deep researcher. I'm going to research myself. I'm not going to believe what you say because you say you are elder. I'm going to do my own research. And you better hope I don't find no contradictions in what you teach. I haven't found one contradiction in the Moorish Holy Quran Circle 7. And I'm not saying that because I'm a Moorish American Muslim. Anybody who knows me know I am a big criticizer when it comes to any misinformation being issued forth about Allah, Islam, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and the MSDFA in its totality.
Islam.
Do we have any more questions, man?
What we got here? Yeah, I'm looking to see right now. Yeah, we already dealt with that. Is it discouraged for someone who is in the Nation of Islam to join a Moorish Science Temple from a Moorish perspective? No. 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 And I mean, I'm pretty sure you will have those who would see it otherwise. However, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali said he came for the uniting of the Asiatic states of North America.
Yes.
And I think, that idea and that concept was not circumscribed to just us.
Islam. Because he said he gonna say 8% of the Europeans too.
So
that's what he said. That's what he said. Listen to our fellow man, John Smith. He stated in the chat, I am a white Muslim man. And I think you guys are right about Noble Drew Ali. I'm starting to think he was a prophet. Well, let me start here, John Smith. We welcome you to Let's Think podcast. We do. We welcome you sincerely, open heart. Our Prophet Noble Drew Ali says that there's no such thing as a black and a white man, right? There's no such thing. The term white came about in the year 1854, the Whig Party. And it was adopted as a title of nobility. But there's no such thing as a white man. I'm going to give you an example. Germans come from Germany. Irish people come from Ireland. English men come from England. It's no land called white. It's no land called black. Your nationality determines what part of the Mother Earth you can claim as your own. And our Prophet Noble Drew Ali also teaches us that whenever a European accepts Islam, they are our fellow men. So we acknowledge you as our fellow man. And we welcome you to the podcast.
Islam.
Any more questions?
How accurate are the oral statements?
100%. 100%. 100%. I'm gonna say that right now. I studied. Listen, I remember when I was a younger adept, and we were divinely instructed to shepherd-dize the 101s and the oral statements. And when I did my research on it, I couldn't. I was just blown back. I couldn't believe how deep and profound these lessons were. Again, y'all, you are looking at a man who graduated from college. I'm not some ghetto scholar. You are looking at a man who spoke on national government platforms physically. Um, when I tell you, I was looking for the contradictions in any and all of our prophets' lessons, because how the Holy Quran of Mecca says, "Don't follow faith blind." I refuse to ever follow anybody blindly. I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to ask questions. And you better pray to God, if you my teacher, that when I ask you what 1 + 1 equals, you better say 2. Don't come up with that Terrence Howard math. 1 + 1
Uh-huh.
is 1. Because they merge. 1 + 1 is going to always equal 2. Somebody said this. Our Lord is Allah. We Muslim and Muslim, and Abraham named us Muslims. Brent James, I apologize, but Abraham did not name you Muslim.
Allah created you Muslim.
Allah didn't even create you Muslim. There wasn't no such thing as a Muslim until the year 1928.
I mean, for the fact of the name, but however,
Oh,
when we talk about the principle of the matter, um, that's an eternal principle,
Islam.
because as we know, everything in the manifest world submits to the will of Allah.
Islam. Definitely go with
Voluntarily or involuntarily.
that. Islam.
Uh, but the Quran, he said, but the Quran is the revelation of Allah. I got to study that before anything. Um, the Quran we do accept as the revealed word of God.
We do.
Absolutely, we absolutely, and it's a point of our study. However, the Prophet Noble Jew Ali said he went in a meeting. He held up the Bible and said, "With this, I brought you out of utter darkness." He said, "With this, I got you started walking towards the light." He was holding up the Bible. Then he held up the Quran, the El Quran of Muhammad, and said, "With this, I brought you out of utter darkness." Then he
Islam.
held up his Quran and he said, "And with my Quran, I bring you into the marvelous light of Islamism." So what is this teaching us is that Islam is taught in degrees. Islam is
Islam.
taught. So therefore, it's not that we don't negate either holy book. We honor all divine prophets, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, and Confucius. So we're taught to study from those sacred records. So we don't negate or deny the divinity of the message of the Al Quran of Muhammad.
Yes,
Uh,
sir. This is true. This is true. Somebody asked the question, so the prophet was a Mason. Yes, without a doubt or contradiction.
I mean, and
Without a
if you
doubt or
go
contradiction.
and if you go back, the brother demonstrated his portion, his perspective of that degree quite advantageously in this particular presentation earlier.
Islam.
Uh, you both are wise. More as I respect both of y'all. I look forward to the next broadcast. Honors and gratitude, Arrington Bowers,
Honors and gratitude. Islam.
1998-33. Honors and gratitude, and we appreciate your support. Please share to your social media. Everybody, please hit the like button. Please
Islam.
share to your social media. We have, the cash out for Let's Think Podcast is in the chat. The cash out for Brother Sheik Asar is in the chat. If you desire and find it in your heart to support and continue to support us, so we can continue to be here for the people.
Islam. And I also want to say this. The reason why I selected the lessons that I did tonight is because I know tomorrow morning, myself and Sheik 7L is about to be getting a lot of calls and messages about this
Yeah,
show
absolutely.
tonight. I know this is going to be very controversial. And We welcome it with all open arms.
and,
Uh,
I want to say this while you saying that. I have been receiving a lot of comments, on shorts and in videos, and I'm not with the too much with the the lip boxing in the comments. I'm not
Islam.
too much attuned to that. But however, if you have any um contention with what any one of my guests have said, either one of them, each and every one of them are willing to have a dialogue with you publicly,
Yes,
to hash
public.
out, publicly, to have a conversation and to hash out any disagreements or contention that you may have with whatever they demonstrate. Islam. So we don't have to go in the comments and have a lip boxing contest. All that you have to do is send me an email or get in the comments, send me your email and say that you want to get on the platform and address one of the speakers. And either one of them will be more than glad to get on this joint and demonstrate the measure.
Just keep it respectful. That's it. Like, no insults, no slander, no defamation. Just stick to the information. You know,
Hold on, Asar.
yes,
I
sir.
want to say this too, man. You know, um, I don't deal with ego too well. You know,
Islam.
ones want to say I'm the top this, I'm the top that. When you place yourself on the top, you'll fall for fear climbing, sir.
Islam. Yes, sir.
So
Islam.
let's not don't come to matter of fact, we're gonna do this. Cause yeah, never mind. Go ahead, brother.
Islam. Yes, sir. Like we just said, just keep it respectful. The brother Sheik 70 has built a very beautiful platform for us Moors to have a voice, because for so many years we had to go to these Black Power YouTube platforms, and we know they was always against us just being Moors, and yet let alone being, the true and faithful of Allah and His and our holy and divine prophet Noble Drew Ali. So now we have a platform that we could call our own. So why not, get up here and just share the information? The brother Sheik 70, I talk to this Muslim all the time. All the time. Sometimes I call him just to say, Mo, I just wanted to check on you. Love you, my brother. You know what I'm
And,
saying?
and that
And
means so much, Mo. That means so much.
Islam. Islam. Like,
Gratitude.
to indeed, Islam. This is my brother. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, his heart is so pure. He don't mind sitting down, talking to you, teaching, learning, and or sharing, exchanging information, let alone sharing this platform. So, like you say, man, if you got any disagreements or contention, just contact the brother, man. But either or, man, I love you all. And again, Sheik 70, I appreciate you for allowing me to come on your platform and share the information with the people. Again, we have many shows coming, y'all. Believe me, we getting this. We finna get this ball all the way rolling.
Absolutely. And where's my sisters at? And we need some sisters, you know. It's, and I'm not saying confining it to. And matter of fact, let me say this. You're right. You're so right. That this platform is a home for the Moors to come and demonstrate their measures, demonstrate their portion. However, allow me to say this. Um, and brother Arrington Bow was ill. I apologize for not putting respect on your name by putting the L on your name. I apologize, dear brother. Um, allow me to say, but also this platform is for all of us in the Asiatic community who need an avenue to push their particular perspective. I'm not biased. I strive not to be. And as long as it's your program is dedicated to the uplifting of fallen humanity and our people as a whole, I'm with it. Come share,
Islam.
because as someone, out there who's looking for your message. They may not be attracted to my message. They may be attracted to yours. So
Islam.
I'm not here to be. I don't do the religious gang banging or the organizational gang banging. We're here for the sake of unity, and that's what I stand on.
Islam. These are facts. So we appreciate y'all for joining the live today. We
Arrington Bowerzel has one more question, and this will be the last.
Islam. Islam.
Um, um, Before I get to that one, it says the Adele, my brother Sheik, did the 40-day fast go great for you? Absolutely, absolutely. I've been thinking about just doing a video just talking about my experience doing the 40-day fast. It was definitely an experience. It was the first time I had actually, and I'm just being honest, the first time I actually participated in the 40-day fast. Though my sheik has had it established within our body for some time, but it was my first time doing it, and it was most definitely a trying but beautiful experience, and it definitely prepared me because I strive to fast during the month of Ramadan every year. So it definitely prepared me for Ramadan next month. So, and I'm ready to get it in. Um, Another question from Brother Arrington Bowazel. He said, let's see what our brother said. He said, last but not least, this is coming from Bowazel. Was the first and only Supreme Grand Sheikh Emiliel?
No. I mean, hold on. He wasn't the only Supreme Grand Sheik, but he was the first Supreme Grand Sheik. Miliel was, or without a doubt, a contradiction, the very first Supreme Grand Sheik. Sheik 7F, you ever did was there ever a show done on this platform about Miliel yet?
He's been mentioned, but it hasn't been a show dedicated to Supreme Grand Sheikh
I'm gonna
Emiliel.
add that to the list of shows we gonna do. We gonna also bring out the court case. I got the court case and the court case number, the actual court case between Miliel and Kirkman Bay.
I mean, we can deal with that most definitely.
Yeah, Miliel was the very first Supreme Grand Sheik. Then it was William Morris Ill. William Morris Ill was the second Supreme Grand Sheik. But the thing about the Miliel situation is a lot of people didn't know that Miliel had passed on. So his wife, Delia Miliel, she was sending out letters as though the brother Miliel was still living. See, when he had his stroke, she sent Miliel down south to live with his family. She wasn't even taking care of her husband. And he died of that stroke. Then it was later discovered that, well, it was rumored. Let me put it to you like that. It was rumored that Sister Miliel was having, an affair with William Morris Hill. And it was a struggle over paperwork and property. And she even tried to make herself the Supreme Grand Sheikess over the Moorish Science Temple of America. Imagine that. I got a letter written by William Morris Hill speaking about that, y'all. So what we gonna do is we gonna add that to the list of topics to discuss. So y'all just keep giving us ideas on what to talk about so we can present it. We got the paperwork. And we finna start listen, the next show that me and Sheik 7L do, a week before I do the show, at least a few days before we do the show, a few days to a week, I'm gonna start sending in documents to the brother so we can get the slides going. So I won't have to hold things up to the camera. I'm gonna just start screenshotting documents and sending it to the brother so we can get the slides rolling in.
Absolutely.
I'm new to this YouTube thing, y'all. So bear patience with me. I'm gonna get better as time comes, inshallah.
Inshallah. Inshallah.
We got any more questions before we end, y'all?
Nah, we good. We don't got no more right now.
Well, we love y'all all, man. We hope y'all enjoyed the lesson today.
Islam. And also, one thing about what me and Sheik Asar do, there will be shows that we promote that you will be um made aware of in advance, but it's also pop-ups too, because my brother loves to do pop-ups. So always be on the lookout, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever we go live so you don't miss it. Don't forget to hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Please, if you find it in yourself, please donate to the Cash App, Super Chat, Super Thanks, Super Sticker. We appreciate it all. Brother Sheik Asar's Cash App is in the chat. Please support the brother. And we're just gonna keep bringing it. We're gonna keep bringing it. We're gonna keep bringing it. And as he said, he's gonna get his YouTube presence up. We're gonna have to learn how we're gonna get him into learning how to do the PowerPoints, bro.
Yeah, I need help with that. I do. I
Yes,
really
sir.
do, y'all. But we gonna get it. I
We're gonna
promise
get
you.
it. We're gonna get it. Honest and gratitude, Indigo Bliss. 3 times. I appreciate that. John Smith. And pardon me if I don't put your appellations at the end of your names if it's not on your title. And YouTube, no, it's no disrespect. Let's see who else we got in here.
That was my wife. Shout outs to my wife.
Islam.
That was my wife. Shout outs to my baby. She holding it down for us in the living room.
Absolutely.
Hey, I want to say this real quick, Monson, if possible, real quick.
Absolutely. Go ahead, brother.
I thank Allah for that woman.
Praise be to
Thank Allah for that woman. I gotta give honest to her. The Prophet said I have a deep appreciation for womanhood. She making me look at myself like never before.
Oh, man,
I can't be nothing but a great milestone worker. She get on my head. Hey, we wake up. You say your prayers yet? Get up. Cause she watching.
Yes, sir.
Watching, man. Let me get up. She watching, she observing, she listen.
Yes, sir.
She watching, she observing. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I thank Allah for her because she causes me to do the duty of a Muslim. That's reflection.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So wife, I thank you and I love you. This presentation dedicated to you as well.
Praise be to Allah. He who findeth the wife findeth the good thing. Trust and believe. Brother the Adel Moore 7 Islam. Appreciate you being in the chat tonight. Rainwater, Islam. Brent James, Islam. Honor and gratitude for your participation. Everything Bowers here. Honor and gratitude. We got Desiree Fox, Islam. Ramil here. Yes, sir. Islam, great one. Mustafa Abdullah Ibn Islam. Who else we got in here? And yeah, honest and gratitude to the chat. Honest and gratitude to the chat. And we'll be back, as you know. Sheik Asar, it's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure, always a blessing to be in your presence, to communicate with you. And then
yes, sir. I'm gonna call you tomorrow and talk crazy to you. I love you, Mo. I'm gonna talk crazy to you tomorrow.
Bro, I love this Mo.
We love y'all, man. Peace and love and praise Allah.
Islam, praise Allah.
Praise Allah. Islam, fam.
Islam, man.